Hello again. This is critique for the COMM 101. I had to start my stopwatch here. The first speech, the intro speech. Well, first of all, not all of you are doing what you need to do to succeed in this class. First and foremost, read the directions. If all else fails, read the directions. Some of you are just not following any of the directions at all. You need to turn in a speech outline and speaker notes with your speeches. Some of you did, some of you didn't. Some of you posted your speech to the wrong spot. There was a practice video, and I told you to hold off on trying to post it because there was no place to post it yet. Then I wrote you a note and said the site is now there. Well, some of you posted your introduction speech to your practice speech, and some of you posted your practice speech to your, oh geez, it's a mess. All right, so read the directions and follow things carefully. Now let's talk about this is supposed to be what it is. You're supposed to have told me your name, your hometown, and all of that kind of thing. This is worth 50 points. It was to be 3 to 4 minutes. A couple of you went way over. Some of you flirted right at 2:58, 2:59. Your speech doesn't start in terms of time until you start giving the speech. I don't want to see the audience. That doesn't count. I don't want to see you talking about what a lovely day it is and all that stuff. Get to the speech. That's where the stopwatch starts. Now, a couple of things. Most of you did not follow any directions about your audience. Some of you, I don't even know you had an audience. Some of you have the audience sitting in front of the camera. That's not what the direction meant. It says that they need to pass in front of the camera. Once they walk in front of the camera, stop. Look at the camera for about 5 seconds so I get a chance to see if they're really the right age, and then move out. Next person, in front of the camera, out. Next person, in front of the camera, out. 5 seconds each person. Fourth person, in front of the camera and out. One of those people can be the camera operator, no problem. Lock the camera down. Don't be zooming in and out. Don't be tilting up and down and all of that stuff. Then you, the speaker, move to where you need to be, where they all were, and start your speech. Now, do not stand in front of windows. Do not stand in front of bright lights. Do not stand in front of distracting backgrounds. Make sure you use a tripod. Tell the person that's doing your video, keep the hands off the camera. That's where the microphone is. The noises of the hand make all kinds of problems for you. The camera microphone, get that? Camera microphone, it's on the camera. So if you're a football field away and you zoom to the picture that you need, the microphone's still way back there. I can't hear you. If you're so far away that the camera is taking a shot that's showing me the entire stadium, I don't know where you are. Some of you, I couldn't even see you in the video. Some of you, I couldn't hear you in the video. Some of you, it's like this, folks. This is how some of you looked. Okay, this is what I'm doing today on my... See the headroom there? No! For God's sakes, pay attention. You want the camera shot to be roughly the bust line to an inch or two above the head. That's it. Freeze on that shot. Do not zoom in. Do not zoom out. Your audience can come, stand in front of the camera. They don't have to do anything. You do not show the audience at the end of the speech. You finish the speech. Now be careful of things like, I want to thank the audience. I want to thank my friends and family, the little people that made it possible for me to be here. You don't do that when you give a speech. You start the speech and you end the speech. So read the directions. Make sure that you follow all of the directions. Make sure you post your speeches by the deadline. All right, we're going to go through some critiques. This is going to be by fantasy name. Apollo. All right. You're kind of moving your hips all the time, Apollo. Stand still. The speech was just a bit short. It was horribly a wrong camera shot. You showed no audience pictures per the rules that we've established. It's very hard to hear you. The microphone, again, is on the camera. You're too far away from the microphone. Stand still when speaking. I can't even see your eyes. One of the most expressive parts of a speech is your eyes, eye contact. If I can't see your eyes, you're not going to do well. And you died on the volume at the end. That's where you get to the end of your speech and you go and say, no, I don't want to go. What? What'd they say? They just died. Finish strong on that. And as I said, you were just a bit short. Next is Bubbles. Bubbles, you're rambling. Work on the flow. Get from one thought to another. Don't just stand up there and ad-lib your speeches, even if you have notes. It's got to make sense. Make sure you have your story that you're telling hangs together. I couldn't see or count your audience, so I can't give you any credit for that. I can't see your face or your eyes. I don't even know if they're open. You do a lot of endings up. You like to do? You also say things like art classes and stuff. No, it's art classes and stuff. It's like to do. End down when you end a sentence. I couldn't see or tell anything at all about your audience. You use the words and Those are called vocalized pauses. Be very careful about that. Don't touch yourself when you're speaking. Don't scratch. Don't itch. Don't rearrange your hair while you're speaking. We'll talk more about that. That may not have all been you, but it's hard to see your eyes. The wrong camera shot. Yeah, you did brush your hair back. Be careful about that. Some of you women, by the way, not only brush your hair back, you do the flip where you kind of throw it back. And boy, do you look spastic when you do that. So be real careful. You talked about driver's license? No, it's a driver's license. End down, not end up when you do that, okay? Now we're going to boxer. I can't see your eyes. I have no way of talking about whether or not there was a distracting features because I couldn't see you. You didn't show me anything about your audience. I can't see you nearly at all. I can't even count your audience. I have no idea how many there were. The audio was good. That's a plus. You have a line in there. The pregnancy lasts for 10 months. You talk about a human being? 10 months pregnancy? Whew. Okay. And you also want to be careful of things like holy crap as an expression in a speech. You know, you want to really know your audience before you start using terminology like that. All right, next up is Tinkerbell. Don't start until the camera quits moving. Don't be moving in while the camera's still going. Pause for a second. Get in your position. Pause. Get down here, find out what you're going to say, look at the camera, and then talk. Don't start talking down here. Don't be moving in. All right, today I want to talk to you about, okay, hey, pick your position, talk to the camera. All right, the audience needs to move in front of the camera. You had the wrong camera shot for composition. It looks like you're reading instead of using speaker notes. You're paying a lot more attention to what you have in front of you than you should. Talk to me. Slow down a little bit. Breathe. All right? Don't get, not that you went all that fast, but take a breath. Good God. You can control 5 things: pitch, pace, voice, volume, silence, and tone. Those are the 5 things you can control. Work on that a little bit. It's very hard to hear you because of very low volume. Time your speech. It was way too long. It ran over 5 minutes. You had a decent story. Keep the camera still. It's moving too much. And you don't need to show your audience at the end. Next up is EMTLAR, EMTLAR. All right. Horribly wrong camera shot. Work on your flow. Work on transitions from one point to another. Smile. Get a little facial expression into your speech. Don't just die at the end of your speech. Finish strong. Again, when you get to the end of your speech, don't say, and then I want to tell you what happened. Finish strong. Watch the tisk. Ladies, you have a tendency to do that. Tisk sounds like this. When you're talking, you have a tendency to make a sound with your mouth that is very annoying when you're speaking, and most women don't realize that they're doing it. Now, guys do it too. Not as much as women do, but you really got to watch that you're not doing the tisk sound when you're doing it. Gonna, you're not gonna do something, you're going to do something. Get a little more articulation in there. You were somewhat conversational, that's good. And I can only see from your chin up. That means you were way too close in the picture. All right. Now we're going to go to lady. Lady, you had a very distracting room noise it's really hard to hear you. I have no idea what was causing that. You have the wrong camera shot. You have a distracting background. Watch what you're standing in front of. Your shot, the background is extremely busy, and when we're trying to look at you and concentrate on what you're saying, then it's very distracting to have that. You're hard to see. I certainly can't see your eyes. You use an abbreviation, MTSU. What is that? I'm not from that area. I don't know. Whenever you use acronyms, you've got to explain what they are the first time. You can say NCAA, National Collegiate Athletic Administration, explain what it is, and then after you've done that, you can say NCAA, but you've got to be able to do that throughout. Not all of you sent me speaker notes or a speech outline, so that counts a little bit against you. I have sent out the grid so you can see what your grades are, how you've done on this speech, how you did on your discussion boards. Some of you have already taken the exam, and those scores are in there. We'll be doing that. Now, pay attention to what I said. Work on these things. Listen to everybody else's comments. You want to work on the camera shot. You want to work on showing your audience. You want to get close enough. This shot, an inch or two above the head, really the bust line is what you're looking for here. And make the shot without movements and things like that. If you have any questions, give me a call in the office. Not real bad first speech, but they're not great. And primarily because there's so much there for you to get down and understand. I hope you all looked at the rubric, which is online, so you can see what it is that we grade by on the speech. You got them for all the speeches. Same thing I'm using to put your grades down. Same thing I'm reading from over here. A lot of average stuff in this speech. It's not the kind of speech that inspires great things, but you need and can do better. Okay? If you have any questions, give me a call in the office, and we'll talk to you next time. Have a good one.